Hey guys, so welcome back to what's this game called again? Patrician 4. So anyways, we've just gained the mayor title, so we are now the mayor of Seton.
Congratulations. You have been
Yeah,
elected
you go.
mayor
No,
of your
you be quiet.
hometown.
I can't shut him up.
As mayor, you can exercise much more control over your city. The new possibilities open to you are listed in the town hall.
So yeah, so now we can kind of advance further into the game and really delve into the market over there, here in Seton, I guess. One of the cool things about the towns is that in Lubeck, they actually expanded the walls of the city, so that now it actually incorporates my little plantation here, which is rather nice. Should probably move back to Lubeck, but we're mayor now, so I don't think that's a very valid option. Anywho, Oslo apparently, Oslo also expanded their city walls. However, here inside Oslo, they aren't technically a Hanseatic city, so unfortunately we can't really win the bidding war there. So, let's see. Now I'm getting Grand Fleet to essentially do most of my trading nowadays inside the major city centers, like we're in our major production centers. I have a side fleet over here that's essentially going to handle all of our expeditions for us, and apparently the expedition thing, it's a little bugged in that apparently the 5 cities here are supposed to be how you say, their size is supposed to be randomized. So out of a list of like 32 some cities, I believe, some are big and some, actually I think it's the size is also randomized, so some are big and some are small, and you can literally just essentially fill up like a cog full of spices. That's 500k worth of spices. But currently I don't know if the developers rolled it back or did something to it, but now the very most I've seen is getting like about 100k of money from each voyage, so that's about like 100 spices, which isn't very much, obviously. So yeah, that's kind of that. We've been obviously expanding our little business here for a little bit. Now that we're mayor though, let's check out what exactly we can do with that. So it looks like we can transfer some money into the city treasury, and it looks like we're actually gaining some money from the city treasury. What I'm most interested in is that now that we are mayor, can we start building warships? Because we do need to get some ships out there to fight the people, the pirates, that is. I'm not really sure about this type of like war boat mechanics, but I think this crater is actually going to be like a warship, so I'm actually going to build one of those and just kind of see what exactly it is. In the meantime, since we are mayor, let's do some things to kind of help ourselves out. So we're making tax money off of the place. Let's go to the architect here, and we get to access the mayor buildings over here. So going over here, we can build a few things. First and foremost, we can build like a chapel, which, you know, from the looks of it, increases the satisfaction of the citizens. We can build some walls, which will be able to just, you know, extend the walls, essentially. Not very much there. We can build a guard tower with a crossbow. So I assume this plays a part in the land combat, but I really don't know what that's all about. What I am going to be building right away is I'm going to be building an infirmary, because you may have noticed that there is a plague going on around in our city, and if we build an infirmary, that should take care of it. I believe the infirmary handles up to 600 people with 6,000 people, so I think we'll be pretty good for there. Anywho, right now we really need to amp up production because we're losing a little bit of money, and that's mainly owing to our people not having enough goods to go around. Because I think, yeah, the people inside Oslo are producing at maximum efficiency. They are probably doing the same thing in Seton, but none of the goods are being moved around, so we do have a little bit of a problem here. I believe if you constantly trade with the people in the Mediterranean, you gain more and more spices over time. which is my belief in like what exactly triggers stuff there. Because when we started out, we were getting about like 30 spices per trip, and now I'm getting just a little over 100, so that's pretty good. Is Oslo a Hanseatic city yet? No, they're not, unfortunately. I'll get our spice shipment to actually go over here and drop some off. Yeah, just about that much, and I'll get them to go to Oslo to drop off the majority of the stuff. Oslo is still my #1 city for trade, so let's go over here and let's sell off all the spices, because spices and the wines are worth a lot, and I think the prices are determined by how big the city is. So there we go, get rid of the majority of that. We are starting to grow a little too much hemp, and therefore we're starting to accumulate it in places. So what I think I'll do is I'll go back to Lubeck, and I'll go to my hemp plantation, now that I have 4 of them, and I think I just won't use 1.5 of them, so that should kind of solve that problem. In the meantime, though, the main thing that's been going around is that we need a lot of wood to sustain our productions in Lubeck. Lubeck needs a ton of wood, and it needs a ton of other crap just to kind of subside. So we do need to kind of go there and do that. Let's come over here, right into Lubeck, grab all the wood and deposit it. So they'll use all of that up just real fast. In Lubeck we can actually build a few more salt plantations, and just try to capture a little bit more salt to use. Right now I'm thinking about automating 1 or 2 fleets so that they will trade on them by themselves. So speaking of that, let's go over here and let's build a few more cog ships, so then we can hopefully use them to just kind of get things running, right? We're going to be selling a lot of that hemp. Let's get some bricks going into Stockholm, because that's a place that looks like it could use some bricks. Actually, I think Elborg also takes them now that we have a place here. Oh, actually, they are filled to the brim with bricks. In that case, never mind. So I think in Seton, we had that new boat that Krayer built, so let's get that Krayer built into, hopefully, a war fleet, so we'll name it #1. And let's go to upgrade the Krayer. And that should arm it with guns, right? So with that said, let's go to the tavern, which should be here somewhere. Tavern, there we go. And let's just hire a lot of them. There we go. Now that our fleet has arrived here, drop off that shipment and get them back over there. So, now I believe I should be able to designate this a defending convoy. Yeah, but it does give us that your ship is not a your convoy does not have a warship. So I do need to figure that out, because currently we can only build about 3 different types of ships. So that is rather unfortunate. And we can obviously resell these ships, but I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer to figure out what exactly is classified as a warship, because we are mayor now, and I believe that since we are mayor, we should be able to build big old battleships. Let's see. Yeah, those pirate rewards are actually pretty big, but the only problem is that we just cannot. Let's see. Convoy must consist of a maximum of 3 ships and must have yada yada yada. Do you want to provide a convoy to protect the harbor from pirates? Yes, I do, but I don't know how to. Let's see. I do need to figure out how to build warships. It might have to do with something within the trade guild here, but I'm not particularly sure about that. For now, I believe we have production capabilities to build honey manufacturing, and yeah, we can build some honey plants here as well. You know, I really want to figure out what the heck is going on with these warships, because we do need to deal with them hopefully within the next little while. Simply because, yeah, they have a lot of ships over there, they have a lot of pirates, and I would much prefer it if we were able to take these guys out. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that we can do, but unfortunately we don't seem to have the requirements. So I think I will need to solve that out. I'll see you guys in another video where we hopefully have the equipment that is used to build warships. But at least now, I mean, we do have a hospital which is reducing the chance of plague inside our city. And with that said, yeah, we should be gaining some more people inside the city soon. I plan on making Danzig set in one of the major cities that produces goods. Let's see what can. Oh. Let's see. It looks like we can do some stuff here. We can deliver some. Yeah, at the city gates here, we can do some things. I think we technically own the city, although anything else is up to the Baron. Speaking of the Baron, I think where the whole taxation thing is coming from. So let's just set the tax rate at 10%, and then with the taxes, we can build a few guard towers, which are able to just kind of protect our gates from the sieges coming. So yeah, I mean, if we do this and then we get some patrolmen out there, we should be able to just kind of fend off from those sieges and allow the cities here to be free. Because I think what happened was that inside the Hanseatic League, certain, like, all of the major trade cities were actually free cities. They didn't answer to a king or a duke or a baron or whoever inside the countryside, really. So that's kind of that. So I'll end off here. Be sure to like and subscribe as always, and I will get back to us, hopefully, with a bit of naval combat. So, till then, bye-bye.